Ladies and gentlemen, just tuning in for the finals of the Amateur IPA Event 3. Match has already started. We have Temujin Dixon versus Nathan Appleton. And looks like Temujin has slightly gone just too far. I think if he can't pot this cleanly, he'll come off the cushion off the yellow here. Looks like he's had a crack anyway. A little bit unlike Temujin. He's, as usual, he's playing really well all weekend, up until that shot. The tables are running quite quick. A little bit slidey. We see here Nathan Appleton may attempt the out here, otherwise he may cover the pocket also. And you can see on Temujin's face as he approaches the table, he wasn't too happy about that, but at least he's getting back to the table. And I think even coming off the cushion, he can bounce the red out and possibly jag this. I can actually see the red. Looks like he might try a skill shot here. You can see by his feathering, he's actually moved his cue all around the white ball there, trying to determine which bit of English he was going to put on the white ball there. And not a bad foul. So this frame is going to be contingent on how Nathan uses his free shot. And Nathan played Jamie Keane in the semi-finals leading into this. Both played exceptionally well. And the use of his free shot would be to pot Tem's ball over the hole. So he keeps putting the yellows over the hole, which is nice. This gives it a little bit of ease. And now he can run the white ball up the table after this yellow goes to the jaw. Not really a tricky angle. He needs to control the pace. Which looks like he's caught both jaws there. Bottom jaw into the yellow into the top jaw, which has landed the white low. I must admit, Nathan Appleton looks like he's on a little bit of a freewheel here. He's not taking too long on any of his shots. So he must feel fairly confident with the double here on the black. And he's put that in. Quite a quick frame from Nathan Appleton there. Very well played.
Take the break. Try one frame to nil.
Big break from Temujin there. And his first shot being a very long pot trying to extract these yellows. And now it looks like Tem's response to Nathan's pot out is going to be just as fast. And this is where I've had this discussion a few times with Tem being such a momentum player. And he's just missed that red. So he will now go to plan B, which is probably still pot out. He's got a brilliant double there. He can cut this yellow, come into the yellow and the red and break those out. Still have that yellow down to the bottom left, depending on where the white ball will land if they hit them thick. Miss the pot, miss the extraction. Black ball misses the middle. Nathan having a little bit of a giggle there as he comes to the table. That black ball was never going in on one of these tables in the middle like that. So we also just got to witness the semi-finals between Bro Shields and Bronson Blackmore. Quite a good match. For those of you who missed it, watch the replay. Bro had about 4 or 5 frames in a row where the balls just fell his way. Beautiful to watch because he capitalised on every break. And Nathan again wasting absolutely no time at the table to pot balls, though he's found himself in a little bit of trouble here. Looks like he's going to run the red up just to disturb the yellow. Just worked out quite nicely. And now this is... Tem's just had a little bit of a shake of the head where he doesn't love this angle. So... he may even try and screw back to take the yellow to the left-hand side off the red. Might not be able to see it on camera there, but there's quite a big gap. He's got a little bit of awkward cueing. And he's just done the cue kaleidoscope there, where he's made a massive pot after he's waved his cue like a wizard. Some might say Tem's potting and some of the shots he plays just makes me sick. So the extraction there, black will be on to the middle, but he may try and run it down to the bottom. Looks like it's a fair way off the cushion there. And looks like he's waved his cue like a wand afterwards as well after the miss. That's not going to bring the shot back to where it was, unfortunately. That's a pretty big miss for Tem, that one though. Because that has broken a little bit of the momentum that we just saw Tem on. Some nice positioning by Nathan there. Probably wanted to come just a little bit further, but I think he'll be okay from here. Oof. Little rattle of the black. You can see Tem not so happy about the black rattle there. He'll be thinking about the shot that he missed to the middle. And there is that magic wave of the wand again. as I'll call him, Tem the Wizard Harry Potter. Just pots everything, this man. Except the black to the middle.
I'm running.
You see the cut break is used there. He's landed unfortunately with a touching ball. So he's going to be bridging over to take on the Reds. Be interested to see how he's going to be bringing this red out here. He could play the plant, a little bit of bottom, and bring the white ball back slightly like that, though it has bounced out a little bit too far for him to provide some angle. I wasn't even going to commentate on that shot because I had no idea what he was doing. Bit unfortunate though to pot the yellow. So Tem will most likely take this ball in hand, play the yellow to the middle would be the first option. He's even though he's got a free shot now, no doubt he would just use the free shot to pot his own ball. There's not a great deal of movement that needs to happen here. If he pots this yellow into the middle, he can just run down slightly to play the yellow that's over the bag. Looks like he's stunned backwards to play the same ball. And he's just having a look whether that ball is a decent angle to the middle pocket. We know he can miss those, so maybe he should go to the corner instead. Which it looks like he has decided to do. That black ball will be no hindrance for him at all. It's run a little bit too far, but it'll still give him a nice angle to play this yellow and bounce the white out. He will come high, likely just above the centre of the table. Played it nicely, good control. And again, he's waved his cue. And now he's got a hard black to the middle, he won't miss it. Just the easy ones. Again, wastes no time on the black ball. Seems once the man has waved the wand, that's the end of it. We have the lovely wifey who has brought Tem his hydration, which I'm sure the man is working up a sweat. We see the crowd in the background there. Good old Pikey, Brody. Big break by Tem. And he's looks like he's just going to put the white ball on the top rail and leave it to Nathan to make the decisions on the pot next. He has left the red on to the middle though. She's played nicely. I like the idea of getting rid of this red ball on the top right hand side before the red ball on the left. And that would be why he's overrun the angle a little bit. because I feel like if he had taken the red ball that was on the right hand side, he could have brought the white ball down to the left hand side of the table. Attempted to play a safety, he's covered the yellows. And I think Tem will use the 2 balls that are by the black spot, and then he'll break those yellows out at a later date. He's decided to cover his opponent's ball, which I'm sure was not his intention to put it so close, but he has caused interference, which now slows down the game. So he can freely get his yellow balls out down the bottom left hand side without worry. Looks like Nathan's going to take on the problem ball straight away though. So Tim with the attempt at the safety there. Still left Nathan on the reds, but what this will do is it'll force him to play the reds and potentially disrupt the yellows on the left hand side. He has nudged the red closer, which makes it a little bit tougher now for Tim. Though the pocket is still very open, and now that with the red being a little bit closer, he can play the yellow off the red to open that pocket for his other yellows to open up there as well. He's got great pace on that. And we've just had Dinesh come over to the fellas with Bro and Bronson. He came up and said he didn't watch the match, but is getting the updates now from the boys. It's a fair attempt by Nathan for the red at the top right. Now this poses the new problem. He now has 2 more balls that are covered. So for those of you who haven't seen it, check out Impression Cues. And we're just getting a technical difficulties on the small screens around the mainstream table. Unfortunately, for those of you at home that can see it on the stream, but we've just been confirmed by Dan that he'd have to go and manually input the scores up on the screens, which he does not want to do because he's sitting here at the table. And for those that were wondering, we will have Bronson. Bronson has just said he wanted to commentate. He's just going to grab a drink and he'll be back. So he's going to change, grab a drink, and he will be joining us shortly. And back to the game at hand. So we've got Nathan on a good pot out here. Brilliant positional shot by Nathan. Not easy to do, especially to land on the specific angle he's needed to there. He's left himself fairly straight. And he's perfect on the black. No waving of the wand required for Nathan. Very well done. That takes Tem and Nathan to 1-3. You can see Nathan there very content with himself, and so he should be. He's playing very, very well. Tem is playing a little bit complacent though, I do feel. But as we know with Tem, the momentum kicks in and off goes the diesel train. So this could be a deciding frame on the turn of events. If Nathan goes out off the break here, that takes the game to 4-1, which is a very, very large gap in this rule set. It's got a fairly even spread with the black that just narrowly avoided the middle pocket. So he would take yellows. So he has one problem yellow at this point in time, which is the one in the very centre of the table, which he's tried to open up and promote here. He now has the yellow towards the black, which is his problem ball, which looks like he's trying to work out how he's going to get that out now. I do believe it's a very good positional shot if he's going to go across, pop this yellow into the bottom right hand side, bring the white into the red. That's just above that yellow. I do feel it'd be safer trying to aim to go into the red than into the yellow for fear of potting the black. But he's looking like he's going to be potting up the table. And that could have been the greatest result of all time. Tem is obviously speechless. I don't believe it goes inside the black here. But I think Nathan is playing as if it does. So the risk here is obviously Nathan misses this and Tem has an open slather with no balls in the way. So that's the problem that we see is from a double, triple kiss even it could have potentially gone in. Now Tem will take 3 seconds to map the table, wave the wand and play the out. He's tried to play that safe, but looks like he may have left that on with the white to just past the black there. Though that yellow will not be pottable down the rail. Though could Nathan potentially play a stun safety here and leave the white as close to or hard up on the black? Looks like he's potentially looking at going across the table to slide in between the red and the black there. As much chance of sliding in between there as I do into Mila Kunis's DMs. So I think he played a little bit of the panic shot there unknowingly. After 30 seconds was called by referee Chase Daly. Thames used his first free shot to nearly kill his red. Looks like he's going to leave himself perfect angle. He may screw backwards into this red just to dislodge it from the cushion. landed slightly too high, but it'll give him a nice angle to play the red into the opposite middle. Move the white ball up the table for the red in the top right hand side. A little bit of stun to come backwards for the black. And of course we have a little bit of show on the white ball there from Tem. Top left hand side, straighten up the white ball angle. And this now closes the gap ever so slightly. You have 3-2 and Tem's break next.
I'm running.
So we may have just had a volunteer for somebody to start entering the scores manually into the TVs up on the stream table. They're just discussing the job now. Resume has been handed in. Verbal agreement is to be made. So Tim coming to the table, does not look like he is snookered behind the red though. Awkwardly playing over. Tim with a really good pot there. A bit unfortunate with where the yellow ball has landed close to the red. So you can still extract this with the white ball here, which he has done so, and he's just avoided putting the white ball into the pocket there. Don't think you can see the yellow ball to the middle, but he can see this plant with the yellow to the bottom left hand side. And as I said before, it seems to be every time he waves his cue, he pots the ball. So that must be the magic right there, Tim. That's what I've been doing wrong all this time, Dan. I've not been waving the cue enough. Looks like he's put this black in nicely. Giving a little bit of a look back at the corner pocket. Gave it the evil eye. Don't you dare not drop on me, he says while he looks at it. And that brings the scores to 3-3. And this is where we will see Nathan's composure. Seems slightly unbothered at the moment, though it would certainly be in the back of his mind. He was 3-1 up, now to come 3-3. So there would be a lot of pressure on this break for Nathan. And again, favours the cut break. No pot of the balls on this one though.
I'm ready.
This is going to be a tactical battle until one of them has an opening for a large pot with a decent amount of power to spread the balls. So we may at some point see Tem wave the cue, and that's when we know that something is about to happen. So we'll see a little bit of a back and forth on safety here. We have the team preparing for the men's pro grand final. Do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a lot of commentary we can do on this. It is still open table, so any ball's a goal here. We may see Tem put a red ball in here, maybe with a little bit of conviction, pumping the white ball up the table and back to open. No. So at this point in time, they might as well just re-rack, because this is just going to be pushing the balls together over and over. Nathan's played a good shot there, putting it behind the black. And this is going to be the a battle of who gets bored first. And you can see they're laughing at each other here at the situation of the frame. We've even got the crowd who's joining in, taking the piss out of the boys. So for those of you at home that are still with us and not asleep from this tactical battle, they have been moving balls around for quite some time now. Might as well go play lawn bowls instead. But we do have an open yellow here where we will see Tem put this in the middle with a bit of power, open up the yellows as he has. And it's as if Tem has just had a break. Yellows are all open here. He's going to run the white ball slightly up the table for the top yellow just so he can open up that right hand side pocket. Has run slightly too far, but he still has the yellow ball to the middle on the side that the white ball is now. And I must admit, a tactical game like that, I would have thought I'd see a unicorn before I'd see Tem playing something like that. And a nice little stun into the yellow to promote it over the other side of the table. Even Tem can be a tin ass sometimes. Slightly overrun with the white, though it still gives him nice angle. He'll be able to play the white ball down so the black goes in the left hand pocket. Scratch that. He's going to play long ball first. Now he's going to run through the gap with the white ball for the black to the right hand side pocket. Like so. No risk of putting the white ball here. And after a scrappy start to a frame like that, I know there are those at home who do enjoy those types of frames. A little bit more mentally taxing than what the fellas might have made it look. Those types of things always become who makes the first mistake. So 4-3 to Temujin Dixon in a race to 8. It would be nice to see the underdog Nathan Appleton be able to take home a trophy. Which one is yet to be seen. I think Temujin is probably running out of room to put trophies. Probably going to have to store them in the twins' room at some point. They'll have less and less toys, but more trophies in there. So lovely break there. A couple of reds off the snap. This will be clinical by Tem. The only issue is trying to connect the red that's to the left-hand side of the black. But he'll most likely just come slightly high or stun into the black here, taking the red ball into the middle.
frames for 3. I'm running. Great balls in play. Yellow balls in play. I'm ready. I'm running. Break balls in play. Yellow balls in play.
And after that performance, it puts Temujin on the hill. The score is currently 7-4, race to 8. We can see Brady Rickard on the TVs and her sponsors behind the table there. For those of you who don't know, Brady Rickard and Chris Jolly just recently got engaged. So congratulations to the lovely couple. So there'll be marriage, children, little jolly beans. So this could be the last time that either Tem nor Nathan touch the table, depending on this break. And Tem has also gone the second ball cut break here, but he has absolutely annihilated the pack and not potted a ball. So Nathan coming to the table with quite an open spread. Red ball's looking like the favoured option here. And Nathan able to take his trouble red ball into the middle on this shot, leaving himself the red ball on the top right hand side. After potting that, he will not have to go up that end of the table, but looks like he's going to be playing down the table first. He'll run through this, play the red ball down to the right hand side. I am concerned about how he's going to hold the white ball to be able to play the red above the yellows, because after seeing where his shots panned out, I don't believe he's going to now. So currently still potting balls. If he's going to play this red to the top, he's got two options. He can play bottom and bring the white ball back, as he has just done here. But he's got to be very precise about the angle. He's probably better off running past the yellow and past the black for the white ball here. Just judging by that angle. He's played perfect position. It looks like he can go on the underside of the black here. Quite a difficult shot on these tables to play ball into the middle that hard. And unfortunately he's had to load up on a shot like that. Though he brought the white ball back for the black very, very nice. And Tem's opening shot here, play the yellow. Looks like he's already mapped the table. And he's just checking now, so I believe he'll take the yellow to the left middle pocket, he'll take the yellow to the right middle pocket, and depending on the angle he has, he'll come back across the table to the other yellow. And I have a funny feeling he'll try and come into those yellows on the bottom left hand side. Unless he does something like that. And obviously you can see Tem's unhappy with himself there. Though this is good viewing. So he's giving himself the thumbs up there. It may be touching ball, I can't see from there. No, obviously not. He's played it with beautiful pace. Potentially the same thing can be said about Tem that's said about cats, and they only show you one side, cats do. So this is now a difficult snooker to get out of, but also a very important snooker to get out of. Any touch on the red ball here. Looks like he's going to load up. I think a little bit more thought could have been put into that. He still pot the red. His first shot is going to be crucial for Tem. So he's going to come into that yellow and stun into it with the white. No, he's not. I was completely making that up. So he's made that a lot easier than I have said it would be. So opening up that bottom left-hand pocket. And he'll just slightly draw back the white ball here for the yellow into the bottom left-hand corner. Or he'll move half the table, that's fine. He's giving himself some nice angle to run up the table with the white ball, and black to the left-hand pocket. And there you have it, folks. That's Temujin Dixon defeats Nathan Appleton in the grand final for the amateurs. And we'll let the boys pack up and we'll give out some trophies.
In the front. We're gonna be here. Here. This one. Same one? Same one, but it's here. For you right here.
Alrighty, take two. We just got set up by Dan. We're on mute, but thank you for those tuning in. We are here for the Black Ball Australia Pool Association IPA event number 3, the Oceania edition. So we have Budget Motels, who are the major sponsor. For those that just watched, we just had Temujin Dixon play Nathan Appleton, and what a good match. We've seen Temujin Dixon play in quite a few finals now. So we'll get to presenting the trophies. We'll get an interview with both Nathan and Temujin, and we'll have a quick wrap up of the amateur event for the IPA Pro. So if we can, we'll start off with Nathan Appleton, who is absolutely not paying attention, but needs to come over this way. So Nathan, well played. How are you doing? So camera's here, mate. But obviously you've done really well to get to the finals. You know, you wanted to get to the finals in the last event as well, and you played well all weekend. So tell us how you feel and how it felt playing this match here, because you started really strong. So I want to know how you felt going through the match.
Yeah, I felt really good the whole weekend, even playing every event. Fell short in the Pro AM to Jamie as well, and then
in what round was that? Jamie Keane, was it?
No, not Jamie. Sorry, I can't remember the guy who played you, knocked you out.
Not sure.
Fraser.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right.
So yeah, I was queuing pretty well, but yeah, I was very happy to get over this morning's games because the quarterfinals all over was pretty solid. And finally, not to draw 10 to a final was good. But no, I was pretty happy overall for my result, and I knew it was going to be hard in the final against one of the best, and yeah, I'm still pretty happy. So yeah, cool.
And so you should be. You got to the finals. You know, it's a hard event, and especially coming up against Temujin Dixon in the finals. You know, you've seen him up on the stage a few times. So we all know how well he can play, and you came out of the gates really running, and it was good to see. It was you know, it could have been a really good match in terms of, I suppose, one takeaway going 4-1, because it's quite a large gap, and that could have broken Temujin's stride. So I guess that's something to take away for yourself when you go home and watch these things back. But is there anything you want to say to sponsors or anyone back home, or anyone even here as well, mind you?
I just want to thank all my sponsors for helping me get here, and
and who are your sponsors?
I got Rowie from home.
Yep. So that's Rowi's Removals.
Yep, that's right, and I got quite a few. So
yep, rattle them off, mate. That's what they're sponsoring you for.
So yeah, I just like to say a big thank you to all of them, and thank you to my family as well for supporting me, even if
Thank you, Mumsy Appleton.
Yeah, and yeah, thanks to my girlfriend. Hello to my boy at home, and I want to say a big thank you for Mark and Sam and everyone else behind the scenes. Done an awesome event, and thank you for Tam again in the final. Too good.
Yep. Well played, and really well played all weekend. You know, you've done really well, so it was really good to watch. But until next time, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. So we're going to get the winner of the amateur event and subsequently the Pro-Am event as well. So we'll get Temujin Dixon up next. If you can come up this side, mate. Are you? Onto the left. So we've done all this before. So I don't need to ask you how it feels, but what I do want to know is, after so many events, how do you feel about the events in general? So and I really want to know about how you feel in terms of how you're playing, and how, because we've seen from the outskirts of playing really well, and you're the person to knock off the perch. So, you know, being that big target on your back, not only for the players here, but also for the players that aren't here as well, because you do cop a lot of flack at home for that. So, you know, I want to hear your version of the story here on that.
Yeah, as far as the events go, I think they've gone from strength to strength. I thought they were great at the first event, but like coming here this time, I was the first one here again, say midday, 1 o'clock, set up and ready to go, which they've been sort of getting last minute preparation, everything done. So the setup now is pretty much perfect for anyone to come and play now. So it's exciting times ahead for next year. I know the numbers are already up and they're doubling entry fees, so I'd definitely say anyone get involved.
Are you going to play in the amateurs again?
No, I don't think I'll be allowed twice, but no,
Anything's possible in this.
I'll be in the pros next year, and I've just been watching a few of the matches there as well. Bronson, Paddy, Bro, and others. Obviously, a bit of revenge on Greg as well. I'm sure he'll be back next year as well. So,
cheers to you, Greg, at home with COVID. There's a few people here that have it, so you could have come anyway.
But yeah, the conditions are perfect. The rules, I know, we had that one crazy frame where it was open table after 5 minutes. But other than that, the rules promote attacking pool.
Yes.
I really do.
What a match that start was.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
I don't really think the whole of the Australian pool community has fully embraced black ball yet, and I don't see a reason why you wouldn't when you look at it as a global game. Like watching you guys go to South Africa, this, that, and the other, I just don't see why people wouldn't want to be a part of it. So yeah, I'll keep playing on these and try and go to a few more international comps. I think see how far we go, and interested to see who jumps on board next year. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more of the higher end talent pool that maybe didn't know about it or chose not to come on it this year. And yeah, I'm sure it'll go from strength to strength.
Yep. And I think you're right. I think we'll see some of the higher end talent come in as you know. There's been a couple of things that have fallen over through the year, unfortunately, and you know, I think that calibre of player are now searching for things to do. And you know, it was good because we were playing pool here, but as you mentioned, going overseas is another perk to the game, and certainly this rule set and especially what BAPA are doing. So I think in that in itself is quite good alone, and you know, I suppose this actually qualifies you for going over to England, so you get to go back home, and you've won enough prize money to sponsor yourself, which is nice. But you know, you get to see everyone back home, whether that's something that you choose to do as well, and especially for those people that are coming on board. Is that something you're looking at doing, I guess would be the question.
We're up in the air at the moment. It was arranged that I was. I've got my mum coming over for 3 months to have the girls, so I could go. But now it's up in the air whether to take the kids to Disneyland for their birthday. So depending on what I can swing, I'm trying to do both. So I'll know in the next couple of weeks.
Yep. Well, you know how family is, mate. You've got to. I did hear you say that your two biggest things here is you're here for the lifestyle at home because you look after the household and for your kids. Yep. So you know, family. That was the two things that you said you were here for. So that in itself will tell you what you're doing, and anything else, you know, pool's always going to be there. Yep. But it'd be nice to see you come over. It'd be really, really good. And obviously you've had your partner here who supports you too. So she's been really, really good. She brought all your clothes and everything for the night out. Yes. So she's done really well. But you know, to those at home who've been giving Tem a little bit of flack, I guess the question being is, you know, now you've got more trophies than children, which you might end up changing that. But is there anyone at home besides Patrick Fanning that you wanted to call out in terms of the higher calibres?
Get them all on. I'm feeling good about my game now. The last 2 years, I'd sooner them all be here, and carry on. And there's plenty of banter between. Everyone knows who it's all between.
Temujin, the cash hunter, Dixon.
It's that easy. Come here and do it. Yeah.
Well, he's caught everyone out there, so it'd be good to see a couple of talented players come in, and you know, Tem's got all the trophies now. So where's everyone else?
I just want to say a big thank you as well to Nathan and Paddy, both top guys. Enjoyed both finals, and everyone else have played. But they're really good, and a couple of things could have gone in both finals there. Both of them were around sort of the 4-all mark, and things could have gone against me and I could have lost, so the scorelines didn't really reflect as well how the finals went, so they had a good run. I've had Nathan in all 3 amateurs. We played each other twice in the quarterfinals, and if you look at his rankings, he's lost to me 3 times. He's lost Hill to Paddy, and I think to Bronson as well. So of the 6 matches that have knocked him out of comps, he's played arguably the 3 best players in the event. So to be as high as he is with those results is a credit to how well he's played all year. He's not listening, but that's fine.
No, he's not. But he'll play this back. That's all right.
But yeah, everything. And to the sponsors, I'm sure there's a massive expense for the Cottinghams and everyone, and it just wouldn't happen without you, as well as the player sponsors as well. I've not got them, but I'm sure half the field here wouldn't.
I'm sure after this you will.
Yeah, but I'm sure half the field wouldn't be here as well without their sponsors and friends backing them as well. So yeah, keep doing it and see how far we can take it.
Beautiful. So besides calling out other players and thanking all the sponsors, so thank you for that. Tell me something that your mother doesn't know. Just quickly.
That I might be going to England and she needs to have the kids for 2.5 weeks.
He's going to bring them, mums. He's going to bring them. So
Other than that, that's it. Yeah, nothing else.
excellent. All right, cool. We'll get you some trophies.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Boys, you better stay here. So we're just going to get the fellas from Budget Motels, who are the major sponsors. They're going to present the trophies to Temujin Dixon here. So we'll start with the Pro-Am event. Just on the corner here. Jump on the other side.
Yep.
And we're just going to keep him up here, and we're going to now do the grand final for the amateur event. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. Amazing work.
And you're on the other side, mate. Beautiful. Great work.
Cheers, mate.
And that concludes us for the amateur for the Blackball Association, Blackball Australia Pool Association for Papa. And we're now going to get ready for the IPA Pro Men's event. We will have Mark Cottingham versus Bro Shields, and we'll get some commentary on that. See you there.